Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege and pleasure connecting with you in this media. Today, we would like to discuss something connected with the profit leadership. I think we have been talking about profit leadership in many forums, and then we were trying to figure out what really profit leadership means. So it's very important to appreciate that every enterprise exists with a purpose. The enterprise has got certain basic purposes which are committed to the society. So let us take some of these ideas and try to get into some more discussions. One of the most important word is entrepreneur. Many a times we think that the person who takes the risk of setting up an enterprise is an entrepreneur. So it's very important to understand certain terminologies before we start getting into the subject of profit leadership. So what is an enterprise and what is an entrepreneur? It is very important to appreciate before we get into the subject of profit leadership. So an entrepreneur is a person who is identifying a social problem or a human problem and then trying to provide a solution. So that is the true meaning of the word entrepreneur. So normally we think any person who leaves his job and starts a company becomes an entrepreneur. But the true meaning of the word entrepreneur, please remember that anyone who has taken the risk of setting up an enterprise to solve a social problem. So what is a social problem? Let us take some example. Long time back when I was a child in India in the pre-independence scenario, there was no toothbrush or a toothpaste. I remember when I was a child, I was never given any kind of toothpaste or toothbrush. So on those days in the smaller towns and villages, people used to take the stick from the neem tree and then try to make it like a brush, and then they will start taking hours together to brush their teeth. So when I was a child, of course, I born little later than those days, where my mother used to take the charcoal and then grind it into a powder, more of a finer powder, and then mix some salt in it, and then that is what is given for us to brush our teeth. You may be probably younger generations may find it very strange that even in the very recent years, after independence, India did not have this kind of a privilege. Maybe probably in certain urban areas, it might have been available where the Britishers must have been living. So later on, there used to be a brand called Gopal Palpadi. Palpadi means is a tooth powder. So which used to have a very fine powder. On those days, they used to advertise that, the powder is very fine, it doesn't hurt your teeth or a gum and so on. So it was becoming more and more difficult, even mundane things like brushing your teeth. And subsequently, the toothbrush and the toothpaste, and now you have got many Ayurvedic toothpaste and whatnot. So if you really see the whole purpose of the enterprise, I was told that Colgate is about more than 200 years old company, which means they must have been producing toothpaste 200 years ago. But what I'm trying to say is, maybe 200 years or 300 years ago, people were not using a toothbrush and the toothpaste by which we are able to keep a oral hygiene. So that means somebody came forward and invented some kind of a gadget and some kind of a paste by which this human problem can be solved. But such of those right from childhood who are using toothpaste and toothbrush may not realize that such a solution was provided by an entrepreneur. So coming back to our discussion, the meaning of the word entrepreneur is nothing but someone identifies the social need or a social problem or a social improvement opportunity, and then tries to create some kind of a gadget or something like that. So that is what is the true meaning of the word entrepreneur. Maybe someone thought that it may be a good idea, we can communicate from one location to another location, the telephone came and then the mobile phone came, and prior to that you had this cordless phone and so on and so forth. So it is not that entrepreneur is a person who starts the business for making more money. Please don't understand that way the meaning of the word entrepreneur, because entrepreneur takes a lot of risk in setting up an enterprise. Let us take the next term, which is called an enterprise. What do you mean by an enterprise? An entrepreneur and enterprise, can you see some kind of a synergy between these two words? An enterprise is the one which offers a challenge. If you really look into the many dictionary meaning, it says that enterprise is the one which constantly produces challenging environments. What does that really mean? When an entrepreneur chooses to set up a business, like Henry Ford started the invention of motor car and took the pain of setting up the factory in 1906. He had no idea that how to set up a manufacturing company, because motor car is the first complex gadget that was produced in the entire history of mankind. So he did not know how to set up the factory. So because there are about 35,000-40,000 components of high precision, they have to be machined or produced in a sheet metal manufacturing machine, and then they have to be painted and they have to be put together and so on and so forth. So there was no mass producing industry prior to motor car manufacturing. So that means the entrepreneur wanted to set up an enterprise, so he starts facing the challenges right from the day one. Just to give you some more idea that when Ford wanted to set up the enterprise, so he did not know how to do it, and then he went and saw many kind of businesses like a textile manufacturing, and finally he went to a butcher shop where the animals are being slaughtered. And then he was noticing what way they have really set up the mass producing of slaughtering of animals. And then he found that there is one guy cutting the neck of the animal, the other fellow extracting the blood, and the other fellow skinning the animal. So he got an idea that why not I convert my motor car manufacturing in the form of small processes, and then one person can be trained how to run the process, so that I can set up the factory that where each one of them will do one process at a time, and then he can put the motor car together. So just to make the story short, an enterprise is the one which offers challenge to the entrepreneur. That means he has to find many different ways to establish his company and also manage it very efficiently, so that the enterprise ultimately serves a purpose. Let us get into a little more detail. What is the purpose we are talking about? An enterprise has got two purposes. One purpose is that it has started solving a social problem. That means if a company is manufacturing motor cars, it should produce a motor car without any defect so that people can use it conveniently. If a company is manufacturing toothbrush, so it has to ensure that the oral hygiene is taken care, which is the end purpose of a toothbrush. So the enterprise will keep on offering challenges for which there are people in the company, there are many stakeholders are there in the company who has to be taken care. So that means the entrepreneur starts facing the challenges not only before setting up the enterprise, but it is also faces the challenge in a day in and day out basis. Such as those who have become entrepreneurs will understand running an industry is not all that easy. Taking my own example, I was in service for almost 30 years after my engineering graduation. But I started the business at the age of 50 and became an entrepreneur. So now I realize that what is the difference between working for somebody in an organization, taking a small responsibility, and becoming an entrepreneur to manage and balance all the stakeholders' expectations and needs. So it is a hell of a different kind of a job. So in this session, what we are trying to appreciate and understand is entrepreneur is a person who is looking into the social problem and then trying to create an institution by which he can give a continuous solution to the social problem. We saw the example of the toothbrush or a toothpaste as an example, and a motor car and so on. An enterprise is the one which is continuously posing challenges to the entrepreneur by balancing the stakeholder satisfaction. So having said that, unless otherwise the enterprise continues to make a profit, the enterprise cannot fulfill the requirements of the social need as well as the stakeholders' requirement. So it becomes very imperative that, needless to say, that the enterprise has to constantly watch out for the profitability of the company. The second aspect is, if the organization does not grow, then the entrepreneur is not satisfied, the people are not satisfied, the stakeholders are not satisfied, and so on. That means it becomes a very important aspect. The organization or the enterprise continuously finds a way of growing. Because there are 98% of the Indian industries are coming in the small, medium, and enterprises, which have been started by entrepreneurs who took the risk of identifying a problem and then they created an enterprise. But over a period of time, they have not grown, and their profitability is also getting eroded. So that means the very purpose of the enterprise is getting lost. So this is what I wanted to convey in this session. I hope that it has given you some kind of a deeper understanding, which will be a building block for us to discuss the profit leadership. Thank you very much for patient listening. I look forward to seeing many more such inputs. God bless you.